Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long was 1975. A used world's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Boys Bros 1975.
Okay, this is something a little bit different. I want to talk about my childhood gaming experiences of Hang On and the systems I played it on, which means you're going to basically see Hang On with a pinch of Super Hang On. But the four systems I played it on was I first experienced it in the arcades, in that wonderful arcade I always talk about before Westward Ho. That was in the seaside town of Minehead. My parents used to take me into it with both my brothers, and they had the big fat red bike version of this, and I was too weak to, you know, move it properly, and so my dad used to stand behind and hold and steady the bike. That's my first experience of Hang On. Obviously it's 1985 sprite scaler by Sega, where basically it's a stage-based, you know, motorcycle game where you just literally have to beat the clock to each stage. Quite impressive for 1985. Right, let's put some money in. But I remember being blown away by it as a kid. Don't get me wrong, Outrun ultimately is the one that made me wet my pants, but just the 80s had graphics in the arcade that really woke you up to gaming stuff that you could never experience at home. Just it made you shit your pants and salivate. Right, I haven't played this in donkey's years. Why does everyone's back tire look like the bikes from Tron? Right, there we go. Oh shit. Left and right. I don't think I need to shift in this, do I? With shift? Is it shifting on a bike? I don't know, it's been ages since I've ridden a bike, literally 16. But apparently, you never forget. Oh shit! That's kind of, I love that, it's really dramatic, it's like a mini nuke, but yeah, there's some pace in this, mind, fuck me. It's quicker than the taxman fucking you over. Right, quite shrill. Obviously there is a sequel which we'll get to, but I won't be able to show you the arcade version, because I never played the arcade version. This is Super Hang On, which I think is the port of, you know, obviously the Mega Drive and Genesis that was break most people, you know, play. But yeah, there's no denying for a 1985 game. It looks really, really nice. Yeah, see you later, bitches. Oh, I just realised the signs on the side of the road tell you, ooh, bollocks, which way to go. Boom! Nuke time, motherfuckers. That is cool. And that is really cool, the way they all pass you by like that. I do like that. The animation on the back wheel's a little kind of tired. It's just two twerking? It's just two twerking stripes. There we go. Oh, bollocks, timeout, and we didn't even make a stage. Right, to the next game, I say. Now, this is Super Hang On the Sinclair ZX Spectrum, published in 1987, and obviously based on the sequel to the original Hang On, which is Super Hang On, released by Sega in the arcades in 1986. So, certain changes were made. There were more courses and stuff like that. You know, graphically a little bit sharper, but still essentially the same game. And obviously there was no port of the original Hang On the Spectrum, but you know, this was the first home port of Hang On the 8-bit systems back then. It was on the Commodore and the Amstrad as well. Electric Dreams did some absolutely fantastic games back in the day. They also ported R-Type, which really shows off the power of the Spectrum. This is the 48K version, so don't expect, you know, any great sort of sound effects. I skipped the title screen because that music was just like, I don't know, it sounded like someone would make a noise if they were dragging their bollocks over a cheese grater. And I have to play it with the Wiimote turned sideways, so I have to accelerate and brake all on the same D-pad, which never works in driving games. Anyway, right, now am I on Kempston? Let's have a look. But yeah, this was the game that was supposed to be Electric Dreams' big Christmas for Kempston, big Christmas #1. I think Outrun beat it, but the same year, but I remember it got like 10 out of 10 in Sinclair user, and they said, if you've got any sense, you will get this game. It's not up there with Chase HQ or even WC Le Mans the way it scrolls. But I think, you know, obviously they both came after it, but it's pretty impressive. Plus your main sprite is coloured. Look, there I am. Hello? And you can actually turn that colouring off and have it monochromic if you want. You can also tweak the sensitivity of the bike, which is definitely recommended because it's, well, on keys, but it wouldn't let me define the keys, so that's why I'm playing on the Wiimote. It's a lot easier on keys, basically. but the time limit is just as devastatingly hard. Oh shit, try not to hit the trees, the green police won't like you. Ooh, and also, as I said, it brings in, you know, right, is there attribute clash? I don't think there is. It brings in some colour elements into the background and looks actually, you know, pretty good. Oh shit! I don't know how I got back on the road. Yeah, it scales reasonably good. As I said, if you've never grew up the Spectrum, then you're probably looking at this and think, oh, bollocks. And apparently, Wendy, I can fly, but you don't get to see me fly, just the bike. But this, still to me, is quite impressive. You know, it's just a shame it's got 48k farty flangulant sound effects. Am I even going to make a checkpoint? I'm not even going to make a checkpoint, am I? Come on, make one checkpoint. Just keep me happy. This is for Ickle Dave. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Saucy, sexy. I can't believe I made it. But yeah, all the Spectrum magazines raved about it. I don't know what the other versions are like. I may do the Commodore one, but I know it doesn't look that good. And by the way, that weird tree effect that's happening right now happened on the original Spectrum version, at least on mine. Anyway, let's skip on to the next gameplay. Skip to the end. So this is Hang On the Sega Master System. It says 1985, pretty sure it was, and it was either 86 or 87. As you can see, it's taken a big downturn. Yes, technically it's more graphically impressive than Spectrum, more colourful, you know, and I would say smoother, but there's no denying that the Spectrum version bears a stronger resemblance to the arcade. Now, this could quite possibly be the first game I ever played on my Master System. I get confused. It was either this or... because this came with my Master System. I bought it second hand. My parents gave me half the money I paid for the other for jobs. It came on those cool little kind of hue card things that you stuck in the front. My Master System also came with Wonder Boy, and it also came with Afterburner, so I'm pretty sure it was this. But then technically it might have been Snail Maze Game. Remember that was built in? Right, there we go. Let's get into it. Now, I was never a massive fan of this, you know, back in the day on my Master System. I just thought it didn't look enough like the arcade. It controls quite tight, you know. Have I got gears? I don't know. No, just my bike is slower than a fucking turd sandwich. No, wait, no, I have got gears. Oh, that's interesting, because the other versions didn't have gears. Oh, shit. There is a version of Hang On the Arcades, or was, called Hang On Junior, which was based on the Sega Model E hardware, which is actually arcade stuff that I only found out very recently, after literally downloading the ROM on MAME. There was an arcade system based on the Master System. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. But then, having said that, that does make kind of sense, because, oh, bollocks. Oh, hey, I Nuke on the Road. Who knew? Isn't Wonder Boy in the arcade, you know, pretty much identical to Master System hardware? I don't know. By all means, correct me, people. I like the way that the background is parallax, but the clouds are even slower parallax? No, shit. Bang my bike up. Oh, fuck. Oh, I got 3 speeds. Anyway, right. On to my final game, you know, or final version of Hang On I played as a kid on the home systems. I'm pretty sure you've already guessed what it is. Okay, so finally we're on to my, you know, last home experience of Super Hang On, or Hang On at the home, which is the Sega Mega Drive, or, you know, and or Genesis version, I should say, released in 1989. I think this is aged really, really well and does an absolutely wicked job of replicating, you know, the arcade, because Sega's, you know, Mega Drive hardware was not brilliant at sprite scaling. This is, even though it's quite an early game, obviously, well, maybe it was a launch title in Japan. Hang on, I actually have the Japanese cartridge. Let's see if it is. No, it's 1989 as well, which means it wasn't a launch title, but, you know, it's certainly, the sprites are big, it's very, very, very smooth, it plays really, really tight, and I think it was, you know, particularly for me at the time, a great indication of the, you know, it just made me excited for all the stuff we could expect to follow. What's my favourite version? This. Probably, hands down, right. And also, it mixes it up. You've got arcade mode and original mode, because, you know, they were great at that stuff on the Mega Drive. We're going with beginner because I'm appalling at this. Kind of mix the outrun theme, you know, where you can pick winning run. Might be ironic then if I don't win. Picks the, you know, same thing with the music as outrun does, but yeah, there we go. Come on, those sprites are massive. Right, I like the way that you can't turn straight away. Hang on. That accelerate? No, that's accelerate. Wow, I like the fact that it let me accelerate when I was braking. Bikes of the future. It's been a while, people. It's really, really, really impressive. Why are there oil barrels, empty oil barrels in the desert? box. That's where some, you know, rich people dumping them. But see what I mean? Like, I'm not bashing sprite scaling on the Mega Drive, you know, or Genesis, because it didn't have the hardware to. But unlike a lot of other games, maybe it's easier because it's in such a confined area of the middle screen. The bytes don't seem to pop out of nowhere. They don't seem to, like, you know, quantum leap into your path. But yeah, this was, dare I say, the wheel looks better on this than it does on the original Hang On. But then that's not a true fair comparison because I'm comparing this to Hang On and this is Super Hang On. But yeah, the road dips, moves, it's really, really nice. Those trees look like half-burnt turkeys, but yeah. Oh, 9 seconds back on the road. 9 seconds, come on, come on, come on. There we go. But yeah, so Hang On is an important game of my childhood because I got to experience it on all my favourite beloved systems. Obviously they're all SEGA systems, but yeah. So these are my experiences as a child, you know, on my favourite systems growing up of Hang On. I hope you've enjoyed it, and what are yours? Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Let's see if I blow up like a nuke. Hang on, come on. Blow up like a nuke. Hit me, turkey boy. There we go. Can't even hit the turkeys. I must be vegan. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.